Here you have it. Siddaramaiah, the former Chief Minister, it doesn't look like he could hide a smile. The police there also not able to hide their smile. This is hilarious. At one point, one can only imagine if this is just mere optics, or do they really believe in the cause that they're protesting against. Amit Bharadwaj now cutting across to Delhi, also showing us visuals of great violence. When we say violence, we're talking about arson that the Congress workers have indulged in. Clearly, nothing less than violence. You know, Amit, when we see tires and bikes burning the way they are, one can only imagine the kind of risk it's putting commuters to. This is hazardous, it could be dangerous, but yet, you know, it doesn't look like the Congress workers who are protesting care least for the actual citizens on ground. This issue has nothing to do with the common man, but yet they call this satyagraha and are camping outside different offices which has prohibitory orders in Delhi.
Well, Nabila, that is the situation. Yesterday we had seen that Congress workers had allegedly indulged in burning tires in front of a very important road, in front of the Enforcement Directorate. And when they were asked as to why they are doing this, what kind of satyagraha is this, they had no answers. And even today, on the fourth day of the protest, you know, these are the visuals coming from the national capital. You have the Delhi police and paramilitary force on one side putting up barricades, and on the other side of the barricades are the Vajravahans, basically water cannons, and these water cannons have been used on Congress workers a couple of times, and it has in fact hit Anil Chaudhary, who is the president of DPCC. He has been hurt in one of the shoulders, and despite that he moved away, and then after that again he came towards the barricades. That's when the Delhi police once again had to use water cannons. We'll also try to cut across to the Congress workers who have been hit by the water cannons. Right here you see one of the Congress workers who have been injured, elderly Congress workers who has been Congress worker who has been injured by the hit of the water cannon. He's showing us his hand that he has been hit by the water cannon. Right here on his palm there are, you know, injuries that he has sustained. He is unable to get up. But the question is, you know, the way Congress and Congress workers are aggressive about this entire protest. It is all about the Gandhi family, and there are questions being asked that why they do not hit the streets in similar manner when it comes to the issues of common man. We have seen time and again the opposition parties holding, you know, Congress party themselves holding several press conferences, but they have never been so aggressive in the past when it comes to the common man's issue. Several Congress workers are alleging that they have gotten injured today because of the way water cannons were used against them. आप लोग को खिलाफ वाटर कैनन यूज हो रहा है, देश भर में अलग अलग जगह पे आप लोग प्रोटेस्ट कर रहे हैं। सवाल ये है कि आम आदमी के मुद्दे पे आप लोग इस तरह से अग्रेसिव नहीं होते हैं। देखिए, हर मुद्दा उठाया है, कौन सा मुद्दा नहीं उठाया? महंगाई का मुद्दा उठाया, किसानों का मुद्दा उठाया, सीएनआर। पिछली बार कब आपने इस तरह से वाटर कैनन? सारे प्रदर्शन भाई साहब यही होते हैं। कब वाटर कैनन के सामने आप खड़े हुए थे पिछली बार, किस मुद्दे पे बताइए भैया? पिछली बार भी हम लोग देश की जनता के लिए खड़े होते थे, देश की जनता की आवाज। महंगाई की देखिए थे, जब 1000 रुपए का कब इस तरह से आप लोग खड़े हुए? जब इन्होंने 1000 रुपए का सिलेंडर कर दिया है, उसके बाद हम लोग कहते हैं भी यहाँ पे इन्होंने वाटर कैनन का इस्तेमाल भी कमजोर है। मीडिया की याद तारीख याद दिलाइए, तारीख याद रखता है, मुझे पता क्यों बताना। ये एक और सवाल उठ रहा है, ये भी सवाल उठ रहा है कि किस तरह का सत्याग्रह है। कल आप लोगों ने ईडी ऑफिस के बाहर टायर जलाया है, किस तरह का सत्याग्रह? सर, टायर हमने नहीं जलाया, भाजपा जाके पूछे टायर किसने जलाए हैं। हम लोगों ने जलाना होता कब तक नहीं कर रहे होते क्या? ये देखिए, ये पुलिस की हालत है, ऐसे मारते हैं पुलिस वाले। आप धक्का मुक्की क्यों कर रहे हैं? आप लोकतंत्र को खत्म करें। So as I said, this is the situation on the ground.
मैं कहना चाहती हूँ, अभी आप पूछ रहे थे टायर किसने जलाए हैं। आपको याद होगा दिल्ली का पिछला 1-1.5 साल पुराना वाकया, जब दिल्ली में पुलिस वाले वर्दी पहन के आरएसएस के लोग बसें जला रहे थे, आपको याद दिलाना चाहते हैं।
सवाल कल को लेके है। So, okay. Again, I'm showing you the visuals on the ground. On the ground, this is the situation. There are barricades which have been put by. There are barricades that have been put by Delhi police, and right behind these barricades are the water cannons which has been placed by the Delhi police in order to stop these Congress workers. And we are showing you the visuals. You know, several of the Congress workers have been injured in the water cannons that were used by the Delhi police, and this anger that you are seeing spilling over the roads of the national capital, that is happening because yesterday the Congress party's headquarters was breached in by the Delhi police officials. So yesterday that action happened, and we had seen, you know, Chief Minister of Chhattisgarh, Bhupesh Baghel, saying it on record that the central government should apologize for that action. And today in the morning, several Congress leaders, MPs, reached and gathered together and reached out to the speaker saying that the action that has been taken by Delhi police is very serious in the nature, and the way the Congress leaders have been manhandled, that needs to be taken seriously. And today, even on the ground, the anger of the Congress party workers are spilling over on the streets of Delhi. And clearly, you know, they are also not staying away from manhandling the media, from pushing the media personnel. And these are the visuals, you know, Congress workers who were pushing us away. Sir, क्या मैसेज लेके आए हैं?
कल जिस तरीके से हमारे राष्ट्रीय कार्यालय पर भाजपा और पुलिस द्वारा जो भेजे गए और वहां पर हमारे कार्यकर्ताओं को दबाया गया, उनकी आवाज को दबाया, उन्हें बाहर निकाला गया, हम पूछने क्या लोकतंत्र के लिए सही है? आज इसीलिए हम
पुलिस की वर्दी में आए हैं। क्या नाम है आपका?
दिल्ली पुलिस की पहचान त्याग, तपस्या और बलिदान है। लेकिन कल जिस तरीके से उन्होंने हमारे साथियों को हमारे हेडक्वार्टर में जाके गलत हरकत किया, हम उनको बताने आए आपका ये काम नहीं है। हम कहना चाहते हैं राजू, हमने
सर आपका
नाम विपिन अमरोल काकी है।
विपिन
जी हाँ।
You know, you have one worker from the Congress party dressed up like a Delhi police personnel, and he is saying that yesterday's action which happened outside the Congress office, and you know the way the Delhi police tried to barge into the headquarters of the Congress party, the Congress workers are not going to take that lightly, and they will continue to protest, register their protest against the Delhi police's action. So the anger of the Congress workers is spilling over on the streets of the national capital, and they were trying to march towards the Delhi LG house. However, this entire road has been blocked by the Delhi police. The barricades have been put by Delhi police, and water cannons are also waiting for the Congress workers. Nabila, the fact is that these water cannons have been used against the Congress workers as well. In this particular action, Delhi Congress President Anil Chaudhary have gotten injured. Several of the Congress workers have been gotten injured. And, you know, the anger is such that they are not even staying away from hooting the media, pushing away the media. So that is, all this action is happening in the national capital.